Not
What
sponsored.
happened then?
Not sponsored, but I'm going to have a wine.
Okay. I'll have a wine too. You know what I fucking hate? Kids. No. Welcome back to the Two Monties.
Oh,
Who?
is it only on one side? Oh, oi, who's the boomer now?
Oi, there's fucking buttons and a light. Maybe that's the right side.
I just thought it was the fucking grill goes all the way around. Why wouldn't
You know
it
what's
work on
funny?
both
I was
sides?
literally about to say, fuck, Lincoln's gone before I asked him which way do I talk into this mic.
So, folks, welcome back. We are yet again, because of the tyranny of truck driving, stuck on the worldwide interweb.
I didn't know you had your truck license, mate. Good on you. Real man.
Mate, I can barely drive a finger up my ass, mate, let alone a fucking truck.
Oh, get fucked. You know exactly what you're doing.
I don't want to do it myself.
I wish I had more knuckles. Anyway, cheers, cunt.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Actually, I've had a couple of days off the suit, but decided, today was the day.
I'm gonna make this good for everyone watching.
So for those not watching, he's swirling his red wine in a glass like an absolute wanker. All right, is this might be an opportunity to cross promote your other business, mate?
Jeez, I'm getting bitumen. I'm getting red wine up my nose. Black Book special.
Did you want to cross promote wine wankers now that I've called you one?
Yeah. Look, if you're looking to do something a little bit different with your group of friends or family that you don't like but you have to hang out with, then Wine Wankers Worldwide. It's like wine trivia, but by the end of it, you'll know no more about wine than you did at the start, but you'll be sufficiently pissed to forget.
I was about to say I'm
pretty happy with that plug.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I've done it once. I can recommend it. However, exactly as you said, I probably learnt, and I might add, I've gone in knowing what grapes are, and that's about the end of that, and came very close to winning, and probably learnt something, but was immediately pushed out by the alcohol that I shoveled in.
No, you did well.
Yeah, it was a fluke. Here's a thing, and this is the trick I try and tell my kids, because I like a quiz, I like a trivia, I like to watch Jeopardy on SBS. I love Jeopardy, and my kids think I'm some sort of fucking genius because I know a lot of the answers.
Is Jeopardy on before or after Great British Wank Off?
Mate, to be honest, Jeopardy is on. If you turn on SBS Viceland, there's at any time of the day or night, there's a good chance Jeopardy might be on. It just seems to be on. It could be lunchtime Sunday. It could be 8 o'clock Tuesday. It just seems like it's always there.
I would look for it, but I genuinely do not know how to search TV channels on my TV.
But
it's Netflix only.
As I said to the kids, you don't really have to know anything. It's just like you just have to know a little bit and educate a guess. And most of the time, you can probably get away with it.
Much like the nap plan.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'd try and steer clear of it.
Are they doing that at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck if I know.
Father of the year.
Yeah, no, they not every year kids year does it. Like it's year 3, 5, and fucking whatever, and blah blah blah. I don't know. You get a thing home that goes, this is where your kid sits in the bell curve. This is where the school sits in the bell curve. The school sits slightly higher than average. The kids are slightly higher than that. I'll go, that'll do.
Very colourful on the what's that from? IT Crowd. Have you ever watched any of that?
I have.
Yeah. Mate, Roy goes on a date. He goes, she said I was very colourful on the artistic spectrum. And they're like, are you sure she didn't mean autistic spectrum?
Yeah.
Another one of Dill's shirts.
Sounds gay. I'm in.
Yeah.
Love it. Very good.
Thanks, Dill.
Mate, I don't know that the shouting into the mic to your upstairs boyfriend is the move.
Well, he didn't even hear me.
Yeah.
I'll go fuck myself.
Very good. I just got a message, so I just wondered whether it was worth reading out, but it's not.
No.
So look, we just absolutely talked absolute fucking rubbish for the last couple of minutes.
I'm pretty happy with it.
As we said, we were a bit unprepared. We kind of can't line it up where we're both going to be in the same place at the same time for a few weeks. So we'll be doing this for the foreseeable future. I reckon at least the next 2 or 3 maybe. And also I know that neither of us have probably got anything prepared to talk about.
Not really.
I'll check my list. I did think I put something on a list, but the list is like I'm normally pretty good. And it's
let's launch in. I got something. We'll go deep.
here you go. Oh no, you've got something. Go.
Deep, like we're going in raw.
That's how I like it.
And I anticipate I know what the answer is, but
That's why I've got the snip, mate, so I could just bust loads everywhere.
what are your thoughts on like the universe and there being like a greater power? You know, like things happen for a reason. People are put in the same place at the same time. All of that sort of.
Look, it will surprise you none to learn that I don't really go in for much of that. Although recently I've had a few coincidences that, you know, and I'm not really prepared to go into them because they're not worth talking about in this forum, but where it's made me kind of take pause and go, that's weird, but no more than that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I told you.
I'm not going to start going to church on Sundays if that's what you're asking me.
No. I just wanted to fill you out, fill you up on the matter at hand. So I told you about my wedding last weekend. Married my best mate Luke's sister Laura.
Well, you told me. Do you want to tell the people?
Yeah. So as some punters will know, my best mate Luke passed away when we were in year 12. And anyway, I went and worked and lived with his family straight after school. That was the artificial insemination, embryo transplant.
And is this the farm family that we often hear about?
No, different fam.
Very
different
good.
Fam. Very much family still, but different.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, that's the fists and cows, wank and bulls part of my life. And Laura, at the time Luke passed away, she was in year 10, I think, same year as my sister. So anyway, we lived together for almost a year, very, very close. And anyway, married her on Friday, and it was honestly like, I normally say top 5, top 10. I'd say it's top 2 of all time. Fucking, you know, incredible wedding. Just every part of it. Farm weddings I always love, but this was special on a lot of levels. Very emotional day, as you can imagine, but lots of happy tears. Anyway, the whole, you know, universe thing, when we were, you know, doing all the prep in the morning, you know, everyone's getting ready, whatever. And because on a farm wedding, you're hiring in everything, you know, shitters, plates, cups, bar, catering, you know the deal. Anyway, caterers turned up. It's called the Herd Bar, and I've done a wedge of weddings with them and worked with this crew, you know, heaps of times in these country weddings back in Armidale, but don't actually know any of the staff. Anyway, this bloke turns up. I keep saying young bloke when I'm telling this story, but then I realise he's my age. So
that's when I always go on about, oh, this middle-aged lady I saw, and I'm like, I think she's like 3 years younger than me.
Yeah. Okay, this bloke's there setting up the bar, and Laura's dad, Pete, goes out to say good day and make sure he's all sorted and whatever. Anyway, they're doing the thing, and then, you know, he goes, oh, you know, mate, I got to ask you. You look really familiar, and I can't work it out. How do I know you? And then this guy goes, my name's Patrick. I used to be best mates with your son Luke in primary school. I used to come out of your place hanging out with Luke all the time as a kid. Anyway, completely unbeknownst to any of us that this bloke was turning up to run the bar, and then we made the connection. And anyway, it's one of those, you got to think, well, surely to Christ there's something going on in the world that this is the bloke that was sent there to run the bar at Laura's wedding, when, you know, kind of fell out of touch when they went to different high schools. But the fact that he was best mates with Luke in primary school and he's there running the bar, and, you know, me and Luke were best mates in high school, and I got to do the hitching.
What do you? So there's two paths I can go down here.
Yeah, no, but you can go down both.
One is where I go, yeah, that's a fucking great story, mate. Or the other one that I'm gonna do. It was a wedding in Glen.
Armidale.
Oh, Armidale. Well, it's slightly bigger than Glen. All right, I'll go down the other one. That's a great story, because I was going to go, if it's in Glen, like, isn't there 5 people? Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, no shit. The same bloke was at the wedding.
Yeah.
But no, fine. Moving on. It was in Armidale. And
like, they literally haven't, like, since leaving primary school, they wouldn't have crossed paths in 15 years. And then,
yeah. No, that's awesome. That's very good. I apologise for even thinking I was going to be a cunt.
Do you know why that's why I started the story with the, so what do you think about the higher beings rather than launching in? Anyway, so that was a little kind of, you know, just another nice thing to happen on the day.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yep.
So moving on.
Yep.
Only because I realised I'd remembered how to click the chat button where Lincoln throws up little comments where you are still oblivious as to how that works.
No idea, but also I thought he was leaving us to our own devices.
Well,
for
he
half an
hasn't,
hour.
and I like that he hasn't. But he's so I just tracking back to
He's
the start.
obviously got no life. If he's going to listen to us live, then edit it
And listen,
probably listen to it when it gets
He's a
published.
very talented young man who looks after us. Shut your fucking mouth.
No, he's great. I still don't know where he's from or what his accent is, but good on him.
But I'll just backtrack slightly. So you obviously mentioned your shirt from the start, and he said it's funny because he's gay. And then he said we should call out for guests on Riverside. So he's right. We should call out if you are someone in another state or somewhere. And when I say another state, I don't mean fucked up or inebriated. I mean in Australia.
That's exactly what we mean. If you're on another level, cooked, we want to hear from you.
We do have a couple lined up. Will we talk about the other one?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's tell them when they're on.
Yeah,
so they've been hounding us relentlessly.
Yeah, so Kabanga, you're on. You're up next, I think.
Yep.
That's Lauren Cabaz.
Lauren Cabaz from South Australia. Lauren,
celebrant. We don't have many celebrants on, so it'd be good to have her viewpoint on a number of issues.
She will be on next Tuesday.
I've spoken to our good friend Leash, who's bang up for episode 69, as previously telegraphed.
Yep, she's locked in.
However, I think she's in America at the moment. It was what she told me.
Well, there we were worried she was in bloody Queensland. That was going to be a lag.
So she
is she coming in person for 69?
Well, it'll just depend on when we can get our shit together.
Riveting chat, moving right along.
yeah. But yeah, so and then I haven't spoken to her yet, but I know
Two Monty's admin session.
Yeah. And I haven't spoken to this person yet, but I know she'll fucking hear this, and that'll be enough.
She's probably listening to us record somehow
right now. Yeah. I posted just a side note. I posted him those stories today. No, in my personal account, so it was not him. But it was this screenshot of a thing, and it said, someone said, "Oh, what are your hobbies?" And the other one was like, "I like stalking." And the first person was like, "Oh, I like dancing and singing." And the other one goes, "Yeah, I know." But we'll have our good friend, returning guest of too many times, Britt Turner Virgili will be back for 70, I think, because she wanted to round out 60 and 70. So, I don't want to have my letterbox blown up while she gets upset about it. So we'll play.
If she was going to blow it up with anything, it'd be fucking confetti, mate.
I was going to say kindness.
It'd be what?
No, she'd blow it up with kindness.
Yeah, that's it.
International podcast. Start from TK Maxx will be at your door shortly.
International, you could get onto some of those followers from Thailand or wherever you logged in. Philippines, that's it.
You could get. Oh no, I won't say that.
No,
Anyway. Nothing untoward. I just don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you about that later. But anyway, if you're in another state, if you're in another country, we can Zoom you in. That'd be great. I'm not reading that out again, Lincoln. I will not be accused of reading out.
I want to find the fucking chat.
Reading out possibly culturally insensitive and racist names.
I'll try it. Hey, Siri, where's the chat?
Mate, there's a button in the bottom right-hand corner that says chat.
Oh, yeah.
Click on that.
King, not Monty, Ping, that's you. Is that the thing you weren't reading out?
Yeah, remember that was about the Philippines, mate.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, good. Anyway, people don't need to listen to you work out how to use a computer, mate. That's not the go.
I did enjoy listening back to last week's where we'd only just spoken about how illiterate I am with technology, and then I somehow disconnect myself from the world.
It was tremendous. It couldn't have worked out any better.
I thought the chats
halfway through
after
story,
were going to make it into
He's fucking gone. The podcast's over. That's it.
There was more to it. They just kept talking for about this is the extended edit.
Who's they?
You and Lincoln kept talking for about 15 fucking minutes, and I was sitting here and I could hear everything and see everything. I just couldn't. You couldn't hear me, so I was texting him saying I can still hear you.
We talked about you for ages.
I know.
I don't even know if he can fucking hear us anymore.
And then I got that upset. I eventually had to leave the chat.
Well, and to be honest, this is boring logistics, but this platform uploads as we do it, but you have to wait until it's completely uploaded before you can turn it off. And he turned his screen off, and we thought he'd ruined everything. But in terms, you hadn't. Anyway, moving on. What are you doing? Is that noise you, or is it me? No, it's you. It's definitely you.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking kid, mate. Don't.
No, there was a buzzing noise when you. Here's one unrelated. Yeah, electrical buzz by Haron. There you go.
I've got something.
No, I've got one. Shut your fucking mouth. It's my turn. So I flew to Tasmania last week for 4 days. I was in Tassie for 4 days last week.
Are you taking the piss?
No. I mean, I've been to the map of Tassie a fucking ton of times, but the actual state of Tasmania I visited from Monday to Thursday last week.
Okay, pray tell, I had no idea.
Oh, I have 2 half-brothers and one of them lives down there, so me and the other one went down to see him.
Okay.
That's the end of that story, but it got me thinking about, I was on the plane.
Also, I'm kind of like the jealous fucking... you didn't tell me you were going, for one. What if I wanted to hang out at short notice?
I know.
Did you enjoy your time?
Oh, you would have, mate. Mate, Tassie's great. It was all right. Like, Tassie's like...
I got a wedding there at Easter.
Yeah, it's good, mate. Look, it's fine. You like time. I mean, you love it. It's just like Glen Innes.
You're a fucking travel agent. I know it's good. I like it. I've been before and I'm going again. Thank you.
It's like Glen Innes, but a state.
And everyone's in a state.
But I was on the plane and it got me to thinking, because obviously, I'm a larger fellow and I pay the extra $18 so I can sit up the fucking front, as you and I did last time we travelled.
Yeah.
But I was there and you see people putting back their seats and I'm like, you motherfucker. And it didn't worry me, obviously. I was in the front row.
Yeah.
I was like, you motherfuckers, this is an hour 45 flight. Like, if you're putting your seat back on a flight that's less than 2 hours in cattle class, the person behind you should punch you in the back of the fucking head.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Like, if you're doing 12 hours and you need a kip, like, that's fine. If you're just, like, in the car in the plane shorter than it takes you to drive to Sydney, keep your fucking seat upright, you fucking pleb. Anyway, that was that. To be honest, that's the only thing on my list.
Scallop pie. Did you have one?
I did not. I didn't. I saw it advertised. No.
Really good. Worth it.
I've heard
a curried scallop pie, which to me sounds as enticing as licking puss.
What was the first part you said?
Really nice. Curried scallop pie.
Yeah, that's how they have them curried. Yeah.
I
heard they were all right, but I did not. They no. I got here's what did happen, and this will come as a surprise to fucking nobody. So the flight.
I had $1 for every time you said that.
I know, but the flight was at 6:20 or something.
Was it a Jetstar special?
Yeah.
Cunts.
So I've driven down like the morning of. So I've left here at 2:45.
Need not have worried. You could have got out of bed at 11. I'm guessing.
What do you mean? No. On flight, no dramas. Everything's on time. Fucking.
There I am shit-canning them, expecting you to say they're delayed or cancelled.
No. What I was going to say is, no. This will come as no surprise to anybody about me personally.
Oh, right.
So, and my other half brother, he lives here in Newey, but because we were coming back at separate times, we drove separately. Met him at the airport. Blah blah blah. So we get on the plane. So we both.
By half brother, do you mean they're only half willing to accept that you're related?
Mostly.
Yeah, cool.
Well, and I'll also add, I'm the runt of the litter.
Height-wise?
Yeah, by a long way.
Yeah, so right.
The oldest. So my old man was married 3 times, boy from each marriage. I'm the last one. First one's almost 70, and he's 6'4". And I've got one. And I've got I haven't finished. And the one that lives at Merriweather is he's mid-50s, and he's 6'7".
That's funny.
But they both got fucking chicken legs, and so I've got them covered there.
Did he have the vasectomy before you, and then there was just some half-grown sperm that got through?
I'm not sure, mate. Anyway, that wasn't the point of my story. The point of my story was I've met my brother at the airport. We've got on the plane. We've gone down. We've been picked up. My other brother lives at Port Arthur, which is, it's about an hour and a half out of Hobart. But so by the time we get there, we say all the hellos. We dick around. It's maybe 10:30, but by this stage, me and the big fella have been awake since 2.
Punishing beers.
Mate, someone's made a joke about beers, and I'm like, why is this a joke? Like, why? What the fuck's going on? But my older brother, he's an older bloke now, and he's pretty sensible. We go, how much beer you got? He goes, no, I got plenty of beer. We go, how much beer have you got? And he's like, carton and a half.
Answer the question.
He goes, a carton and a half. And I'm like, get in the car. Like, we've got to go now. Mate, but we like demolished beers from about 10:30. And I got peeled off the lounge at midnight by my sister-in-law who could barely, like, I wasn't speaking English. And she was like, you have to, I can't lift you off here. You have to get up by yourself. And then proceeded, my brother lives there, wanted to take us on it. He'll never hear this, so it doesn't matter. We've discovered that he might possibly be Australia's worst driver. And he wanted to take us on a bit of a tour of town, mate. And I wasn't sick till I got in the car. And then was the fucking sickest man alive. We went to the pub. I went, the most I could do was a ginger beer. And I had 2 sips. And they go, are you going to finish it? And I went, not if I have to get back in the car, I'm not. And that was my Monday and Tuesday in Tasmania.
Wow, that is such a random trip.
I know, it was. It was just, yeah, we wanted to go down and see him. He's moved down there from Queensland. His son lives down there, but, you know, he just wasn't going to get back up here for a while, and we just wanted to go and see him and, you know, give him a bit of a cheer up and fucking off you go.
Yep.
It was great. Tasmania. It's like Glen Innes, but bigger.
That's right.
It's only got, like, the whole state's like 520,000 people.
Yeah, right.
It's like 200,000 in Hobart.
That's pretty much the same as Glen Innes. Yeah.
And and he's a fucking absolutely useless fact, had some of the best sushi train I've ever had in Hobart before I got back on the plane.
Fantastic.
Yeah, great chat. What do you got? You had your fingers crossed? You had something?
I fucking forgot. That's what I got.
I fucking knew it.
Actually, no. I just went and mowed the lawn at the new place. Big trek, 5 doors up. Anyway, I went to check my notes. You know, as punters will know, we always check our notes because we can't remember anything. But podcast chat, and the note that's open is the address of the new place. And then as I was mowing the lawn, one of the neighbours poked his head over, and so I thought, if I don't write his name down, I'll never fucking forget.
Yeah.
So I've written down the names that I know and the reference points.
You know what I'm waiting for is, like, you know, Trevor with the one eye, or fucking some shit like that.
It's better. Barb, old cunt on the corner.
Shout out to Barb if she's listening.
She's 80-something, 90-something, I don't know. She's lives in the corner by herself. She went to the auction. I found this from the agent. She went to the auction to fucking Sticky Beak.
Now that's an episode title. That's what Lincoln just said.
Barb, old cunt on the corner.
Down on the corner. Down in the street.
So she went to the auction just to Sticky Beak, and then I knew of her, like, with the auto electrician that I go to. He's at the end of the block.
She's probably written on that Boomers page, but not sarcastically.
Yeah, so the auto electrician on the corner, he's like diagonally across from her house, so he knows her, and so he's like being the middleman. He knew I was buying the place with Dill, and then, you know, she's asking him all these questions, whatever. Anyway, I saw her one day and said g'day and said, oh, we bought the place, and straight up she's like, well, I hope you're not developing it into townhouses, and I hope you're not, you know, like all the old things. And I was like, well, if I am, you're going to be dead before it gets built, so don't worry.
Did you say that?
No, I was polite. I said, do you want me to carry you shopping? Look who we've got here.
Who is it? Is it Dylan? He's just down here. Oh, he's put the shirt on. He's put the shirt on.
I thought I'd make a quick appearance. I'm on my way to get another glass of wine.
Excellent.
Such a big house.
And actually, funny you should be wearing that, Dylan. A friend of Kate's is staying with us tonight. They went out for dinner, and just before she left, she was telling me how it's a long story, but just purchased really cheaply because she thought she might do it out of a shed, about $20,000 worth of printing equipment. And she's like, I can do shirts, I can do hats, I can do whatever you want. And I went,
we don't need any more. We've got a few.
Fuck no, we'll get some merch.
I was like, is that right? I might have just the thing for you.
And I've even got a shed. I've got a shed you can keep it in.
Yeah, she's like, oh, no, I can do the hats. I've got the press. I can do anything you want. And I'm like, beautiful.
So she's got a hobby, or this is going to be her business?
It's going to be a side hobby. Sure, she works full time, but
$20,000 worth of equipment.
I don't know. I made that number up, but basically, I shouldn't even tell this. It's not my story, but a friend was needing to get rid of all this stuff, and they got it real cheap. And now
so Kate's hanging out with Carol Vistaprint. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Vistaprint.
Men, do you want a little kiss?
God.
Shit.
Mwah.
I was honestly
God.
expecting rejection and I was going to blow up because the cunt won't hold my hand in public.
Fair. I wouldn't either.
And okay, that's reminded me of something. I met one of my couples recently, last night. Recently, like it's a fucking long time ago.
That's fairly recent.
And I was telling Dill, there's this lesbitarian couple that I'm marrying in a couple of weeks. No, sorry, I'm marrying them in over a month because we were doing the legal paperwork, just in case there's any.
Fucking God.
Anyway, where did your fucking bottle of wine go?
At the end of April, obviously.
Yeah, and anyway, as they're sitting there talking to me, one of them, as she's talking about her fiance, just kept referring to her and this cunt, and this, like she's right there. And then she would pull herself up and say, "Oh, sorry, doll." And then but I just love that that's how they talk at home.
Yeah,
and I was like, we're going to get on just fine.
Well, and this isn't the same thing by any means, but I did a wedding for a couple of lovely ladies a little while ago, and one of them kept turning up in my Facebook people you may know thing.
Yeah.
And in the end, and I think I was drunk, but it was fun because I got on with them really. They were fucking absolute champions. And I messaged her and I was like, "You keep turning up in my people I may know. Can we be Facebook friends?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah." And she is now in my in the heavy rotation of Instagram memes that go around. And she sends some of the best stuff.
Good one.
She's excellent.
Yeah, that's when you know you've found your people.
Yeah.
When you send a very kind of off,
mate, it's like she's in there. You get a lot of those, and she is in the thick of it and returns them as good as they come.
Either there's going to be criminal charges laid against me, or we are going to become best mates.
Yeah. You'll hear about it when you see the footage of the police leaving my house with the computer in a clear plastic bag. Clive Palmer just turned off the episode, Lincoln said. Do you know about that story? So, Clive Palmer, who's an A-grade fuckwit.
Also, pause. I'll be honest. I probably get 80% of the memes you send me. Some I just but
That's
it's like
funny.
over my fucking head. No
That's
idea.
very funny.
And
Well,
I'll sit there for many, many minutes while I'm still shitting and try and figure it out.
Well, anytime you do, you can send it back to me and go, "Just please explain," and I'll run you through it. No, the Clive Palmer thing that Lincoln's referring to in our show notes is Clive took out because he's got what's his new thing called? Trump the Patriots, the Patriot Trumpets, whatever the fuck his new party's called. Because his old one.
I saw that, yeah.
So but he took out a full-page ad on the front of, he tried to do it on a bunch of papers, but it turned up on the Newcastle Herald that it just said, it took up half the front page and it was like, "There are only two genders." And people have been losing their fucking minds, as well they should, that the paper allowed it to be they took the money so they could put it on the front page. Anyway, that's the Clive Palmer thing.
Paper is in that's owned by fucking
Fairfax or whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
We're not interrupting you, are we?
Another day. Me, I'm trying to pour a wine.
Oh, right. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. You were clearly very distracted.
Well,
it's of Patriots. What a riveting.
Any political. I try to stay out of politics.
Fair enough. And Lincoln has said, "What a riveting climax." I mean, one, I don't really know what to tell him about that on a number of fronts.
The only thing I know about Clive Palmer is that he features in a card of Cards Against Humanity, and the card is Clive Palmer's shitty arsehole.
Yeah, well, he is a shitty arsehole. He's a big fat fuck who shouldn't be fucking getting a platform anywhere.
I agree.
Have you got something? I mean, he's saying what a riveting climax. Presumably, that's a backhanded way of telling us to shut the fuck up. Have you got anything something riveting to close us out with?
I probably do. I don't know whether I'll waste it on this podcast.
You fucking better
save it for another.
No, we'll have Kabaz next time. We won't need anything.
True.
She's a fucking firecracker. Actually, I have had something that came up tonight, but I can't discuss it at this juncture. I'll talk to you about it off camera. That's the end of that story.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. No, it's just very funny, but I can't. It's just juicy scuttlebutt that's doing the rounds at the moment that I can't talk about, other than just to say this on the podcast so people don't know what the fuck's going on.
Front of our shirt, we don't gossip. Back of our shirt, oi, did I tell you?
Yeah. Oh, I've never made any secret of it. I'm terrible for it. If I hear something juicy, I'm telling everybody.
We've got the Westpac charity balls coming up.
Oh yeah, I've got to pay you for that yet. Have you bought my ticket for me?
No, we've got 3 tables that so 30 spots. Dad's going to bring the crew from Glen.
Have we filled them up?
No, not the whole lot. So that's why I'm talking to you. So
should this be a conversation here?
No, so we've got some seats available, and this is as easy a place as any. The vendors that jumped on board our Two Monty's charity wedding auction this year.
Is this an email?
Shut up, I'm going
Is this
for
an
it.
email we could send?
It is an email we could send, but what we're going to do is make it easy for ourselves. There are some tickets available, and it's going to be first in, best dressed. If you want to sit with us and get pissed with us and dance with us and, support the Westpac Chopper with us,
Yeah.
then we would love to do that with you.
I've also got a boat next day.
And Barb, would you like to? We've got some tickets available. They're $240 each. They'll be sitting with us at the charity ball. It is on Friday, the 16th of May, and it is honestly one of the best, if not the best night out I've ever had in Newcastle.
I just want to clarify where this is for the vendors we've worked with on our charity wedding. Not just, if you're Joe Blogs off the street, don't hit us up.
But yeah, no, we're extending this offer to this year's Two Monty's charity wedding vendors because
if they miss out, then we'll extend it to last year's.
Yeah, but it's because we obviously supported a Westpac Chopper in this year's wedding event, and we thought that might be a great way to continue the party, even though it's very much happening before the wedding. But we love you all, and yeah.
I'll talk to you about that too. But our winning couple, are they coming with us?
Yeah, there's a couple of seats there for them. So Jamie and Kyle, if you're listening, we'll see you at the ball. The theme is black with a touch of gold. And look, if you meet at my place 6 o'clock, we'll take you there. No worries.
Now somebody's trying to ring me. Should I answer it? What time of night is it?
Yeah, fucking do it.
All right, it's steady.
Just be you.
Steady.
Ring a ding ding. You've got the king.
Hello, this is Monty.
That you have a new express message. To inquire, press 1 for English and 2 for
Chinese.
Hello, DHL.
Oh, hello, DHL. Have you got my package? Oh, Lincoln, cut that out, eh?
Did you see that? It was one of those shit. Oh, maybe you sent it to me.
Why can't I do it?
What's got 2 wings and an arrow?
No, you can't do that.